A very good morning and a warm welcome to one and all present over here. Thank you so much for joining on another Super Sunday Workshop, teachers. And today we are getting into a session on virtual labs. Virtual labs is an important topic as addressed by NCRT. And they have come up with fantastic initiatives that we're going to discuss today in this session. And before starting, I think everybody is there in a holiday mood. And I'm really disturbing you all on a holiday. I'm really sorry about it, as if Sunday was not enough. And today, it's like I think almost the whole country is on puja holiday season. I'm not really sure, but uh, somewhere around this particular time, everywhere it's holiday. So let's enjoy the festivities, and I'll not bug you all. 40 to 45 minute sessions maximum today, and we'll address the main topic of the main pointers of what exactly virtual lab is and what is government of India talking about it. So all these topics that we're talking about every Sunday that happens, it's completely from the topics and concepts spoken by the government of India in various sessions. And I'll also refer these sessions during this particular session so that you can see the elaborate version of the same. During Super Sunday workshop, which happens 10 to 11 on a regular basis every Sunday, the purpose is to provide the summary of the latest advancements and the trends in Indian education system. And just not that, also briefing some concepts related to the latest circulars and updates. The whole agenda is to save time and provide a brief insight about something that's very important to be adopted at this particular hour by the school or education fraternity out there. It's not about teaching, it's not about business, it's more from the perspective of awareness, as simple as that. So in case if anyone is not able to understand a certain concept, I would humbly request everyone to please go to the link that's being spoken about during the session and understand the detailed version of it. Today also we're going to get into multiple links in the world of virtual labs. The moment we talk about virtual labs, something that's really important there is this perception for all of us that virtual lab means a lab that is present on a computer, and we're going to do some activities on the computer and the students are going to learn. Well, that's just around 60 to 70% part of it. But the virtuality, or this whole world of virtual, it's been developed by various organization out there since a long time ago. For example, there is this thing called as virtual reality. We all know about it, right? It's like you're there at a particular place, but you'll go to another place in another world with some support of a device. It could be that VR box that you wear on the face. Sometimes you would have seen that in gaming arcades and malls and all. You go to the top floor, and they have this VR box to give you 7D experience of a movie. Some people wear this for gaming and all. It is as if you're actually present inside a car and you're driving a car, and students move here and there, people move here and there. Sometimes it's as if a roller coaster ride, and you're actually standing still, but inside of that it is so thrilling that you literally dance being there at the same place. It's quite funny to watch, actually. So you would have known about all these things with respect to the gaming association of it. Well, that got slowly adopted, inspired by many educationists out there, including organizations, and they came up with multiple tools with which you can experience the concepts that's present in your science, max, social English, or any other language for that matter, in the world of virtual reality. So what exactly are we getting into? CIET, Central Institute of Education and Training, they came up with 5 days training program on virtual reality, and that looks something like this. I hope everyone is aware of CIET. I would like to show that to you by sharing my screen. Here we go. I go to the presentation, and 3, 2, 1. You should be able to see my presentation. Virtual labs, right? So let's go to virtual labs by going to CIET first. Yeah. So this is that website, ciet.ncrt.gov.in, and they keep conducting very good webinars. And they have got this upcoming webinar, ongoing webinar, and the past webinars. And if we are able to do the webinar on the mentioned time and date, we can even get certified. And these trainings have already started happening, and I'm very sure many principals out there who are attending this webinar as well are receiving the circulars by CBSE. So when you keep coming down, you can see that from 10th July onwards, 10th July 2023 onwards, till 14th July. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 days there was a session on virtual labs. And you can see that they came up with the first day as the policy, perspectives, and need and scope. which is more of a philosophical thing. I'll not be touching on that to a large extent. Virtual labs as a learning tool, yes, we'll be touching a part of it today. Pedagogical usage of virtual labs, mathematics, then languages, and then science. So this is how they've categorized the whole training program. And for each day, it's approximately 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes. Some day it's 45 minutes. You can go through it and get a complete insight about what exactly was spoken. So teachers, if you're able to hear my audio, please confirm me on the chat, because some people have been saying continuously that you're not able to hear. Okay, that's great. You're able to hear. Thank you, Rita ma'am. Thank you so much. Anu ma'am, thank you. Yeah, it's right. Thank you so much. Neeraj sir and Poonam ma'am, I would request you to please check on your audio. Yeah, the statement of "can you hear me properly, can you see me properly" has become more like, synced in our DNA, if I'm not wrong, from COVID times. But anyways, let's get on with it. So this is how the virtual labs is, and most of the content, I'll say most, nearly 60% of the content that we're going to speak today has been taken from here. But I have got my own flavor of virtual labs understanding that I'll be adding a lot in this particular session. So the moment we get into virtual labs, one important thing is, let me stop sharing the screen. Have you seen this picture anywhere before? uh, Wait a minute, I'm going to share the screen. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. So you will be able to see this in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So have you seen this before anywhere? So this particular device that's there on the screen on the right side, or this one for that matter. Have you anytime experienced this? Let me open the image on a bigger note. Yeah. Come on, tell me. In kids area, okay, that's great, Malvika ma'am. You're right. Yes, some people say no. Some people say yes. Some people say no. Okay, many people say yes. Okay, what is it called as? In Fun City, you've seen this. Okay, you will be surprised with this actually if you've seen this in Fun City. Well, this is in Fun City. This is in gaming arcades of various malls out there. But something really cool about this is actually present in time zone. Okay, every driving school that Maruti runs. So Maruti driving school karke, there are multiple centers across the country. You know that, especially in the cities, there are multiple of them in small areas. And there it's not like you just get, for example, Malvika ma'am wants to drive a car and she wants to learn that. It's not that you directly get a car, you start driving it, which typically happens in most other schools. But in Maruti, what they actually do is they have this for more like something like this, where you can go and sit over there. Malvika can sit over there, have the effect of the steering wheel, the key, the gearbox, the clutch, the brake, and all these things. And that gives an essence as if you are actually driving a car. So it's going to be like a 3 screen, or sometimes it's even 6 screens. And oh, you tried during learning. Oh, fantastic. Okay, yeah, this looks like golf car also. The cabbie, right? Well, here it's not the golf car. But typically, it's actually a thing that you can even buy at home for that matter. You can buy this, and you can keep it at home. And whenever you want to learn driving a car, you can actually, drive it over here inside the home. So all those people who are really scared of driving on the roads, kuch ho jayega to, can and but still have a lot of aspiration to, ride or sorry, drive a car. You can buy this and keep it at home. It'll give you a very good essence. Well, this particular thing is called as simulator. I'll repeat it. This particular thing is called as simulator. One second. Let's clear everything. Great. So this particular thing is called a simulator. Now, this is just not applicable for a car. Even if I go and say that, how about Mangala ma'am is like, I want to drive a plane. Flight simulator for learning. Now, if I put this over there, and you'll be surprised that you literally have a flight simulator. Now, in case of flight simulator, you are put in a cabin. This looks something like this, and you've got all the controls over there, and you can literally fly an aeroplane. And only after flying a certain number of flight hours, or understanding the controls over there, then we are actually given with an actual flight or a car or a bike for that matter. Even bikes have got simulators. Do you really think that if you want to know how to fly an helicopter, it's like Sukhdira ma'am, I would like to fly this thing, it's so cute, can I get in and try? No, that's not the way it works, right? So this is where simulator comes into picture. Well, the point here is, teachers, the moment we talk about simulator, it's the representation of a real life application of something where you can experience it in your own surrounding. This exactly represents virtual labs. Now, you know that when we talk about simulators, they don't really give you the essence of an actual driving. Just because you've driven the simulator very well doesn't become you eligible, doesn't make you eligible for driving an actual car on the road. No, that doesn't happen. But at least you get the control of it, you get the feel of it, you understand the tightness of the gears and the steering, and based on that, things can get continued. It's just an exposure towards the car's internal systems, the spares out there, and then we actually get into the real surrounding. This is exactly what virtual lab represents, and virtual labs gives you an essence of a particular experiment. Now, it need not be just an experiment on science maths, it could be an experiment like this as well, which is completely oriented towards execution of an activity. For example, if a child would like to know about how to find the arteries and veins and then use the injection, there are simulators available out there. So you'll have simulators. In fact, in this particular case of medicine, they even have the prosthetics. That means there'll be an artificial hand out there, and the doctors and the nurses will actually try with the artificial hands, and then they go with the real hands. So representation of something which is real in another world altogether. Now, this world could be another reality. It could be augmented reality. It could be virtual reality. We're going to touch on all these things. But today, our focus is going to be on virtual labs on the system. And this has become very much possible only because of one thing, and that's called as technology. If you are interested, if we really like virtual labs, then thanks to the technology. So it's because of the computers and the technological advancements that all these things have been possible. I'll tell you something, teachers. If you are talking to your 10th to 12th standard students in a more friendly manner, especially computer science teachers, you'll be surprised that a 10th standard student has got sufficient knowledge to make his own virtual reality experiments. Whatever I'm going to show you one by one can be done by your student simply by using few programming languages called as HTML or JavaScript, which is already introduced by the schools. Rather than understanding all these things only from the programming language perspective, a child can even create all these things. Well, how is it going to be useful to me as a teacher? That's what is going to be the crux of this whole training program. And for that, I would like to talk about the first tool that the Ministry of Education launched, is called as Diksha. So under Diksha, they've got this thing called as virtual labs. How do we access this? You need to go to diksha.gov.in. Now, this is the place where you can access virtual labs. And if you have accessed virtual labs on Diksha portal, I would request you to please put it on the chat. Have you used it before? Say yes, no. There was this company where there was also a very nice setup of repairing a car. The students will actually open a car on a virtual lab setup. I'll show you, and they try to mend it. Oh, you've already used it. That's fantastic. Some people say yes, some people say no. The moment you come to diksha.gov.in, you just need to come to these explore option, and you've got multiple initiatives mentioned over here. For example, this is education for all, and then this is about the 1st October to name, for 1 hour of Shramdan for Swachhata. They have something related to that. Then it's the same thing in Hindi. Then Diksha One Nation. This is just an advertisement. I keep going to the next one. Jadui Pitara is a good one. It is more like a box in which you've got all the toys present for the early childhood, education for the students. Then they have the G20 ad over there. And then I come Nipun Bharat Mission for FLN, Foundational Literacy and Numeracy. Then I keep going to the next one, and I've got education for all again, and then Bhasha Sangam, and then vocational education for brighter future. Oh, they've launched something related to vocational education. And finally, you come to the last part where you can find virtual labs. I hope everybody's able to get to that area. Mushtaki Gani ma'am, the screen is actually shared. Oh yeah, the app is also there. I'll stop share the screen and reshare it for the convenience of everyone. Yeah, I hope everyone is able to see this. So I go to the last part of it and I click on explore. The moment I click on explore in the last part, This is how it gets opened up, virtual labs, and you can see that about virtual labs. The moment you get in over here, so they'll have the virtual labs e-content from grade 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. For each and every grade, the moment you click on explore, you get to see the Hindi medium and the English medium. Similarly, for grade 7, English medium. Grade 8, English medium. I'm not clicking on Hindi medium. You'll get for Hindi as well. Grade 9, again English medium. So you've got for maths, you've got for science, English, maths, science, English, maths, science, English, maths and science alone for grade 6. Grade 10, English ke liye, only maths and science. Grade 11, maths, physics, chemistry, biology, and computer science. For grade 12, you have mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. So this is how they have given for the simulations. But the best part is they're coming up with for social sciences as well. And for social sciences, there are some very good, interesting virtual simulations that I got to witness. In one of the cases, it was about the economics where they talk about the supply and demand. So I will try to play that game if possible right now on the system. And if you have time. Nisha ma'am, that's a good question. Virtual lab, as per the Diksha portal, has not been found for the junior classes, but there are some applications on which you can find them. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Let's try to address as many things as possible. But the moment I come to say, for example, grade, the first example that they have actually taken is from grade 9. I would like to click on science. This is from the CIET. I'm just following it for a certain reason. I'll talk about it a little later. Why? Now here in this case, the moment you click on that, it will take you to the Diksha portal where you have got the soft content of that particular chapter. This is about the materials. And on the right side, you can see the subtopics that are present over here. I think the people who've been using Diksha portal regularly, digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing, DIKSHA. Yeah, so if you've been using this, you probably might know the interface, the way it looks like, right? So you can see that the PDF gets opened over here, or anything that you click on over here will get opened over here on the left side. But here there is something called as explanation resources. Let's click on it. Simple dissecting and compound microscope. The moment I click on it, you can see that there is an animation that gets played at the background.
Hello friends. Eyes are sense organs that allow us to see things around us. The lens present in our eyes help us to focus on objects so that
I hope you're getting it.
can.
So I'm just forwarding it little by little, and they talk about the complete explanation. So here you can see that the moment I click on a particular topic, you have got explanation resources. Yahan pe it is written simple dissecting and compound microscope. In this way, you keep on clicking on each of the subtopics. You can see that there'll be a place where experiment is there, which is there in the form of a PDF. You can click on that and that will get opened over there. But there are certain experiments that are present which could be opened here itself. For example, let me change that and show you. So whenever there is interactive component clicked over here, it's displaying component not added. That means for that particular chapter, it's yet not added. I need to click on it. I can see the experiment. Again, I can see the life cycle. I'm not able to see the virtual reality experiment for this particular chapter. So probably for this particular chapter, VR is not at all present. VR is not at all present for this particular chapter. So I come back and I try again with another subject. Say I go with science of grade 6 standard and seed germination. I just keep on clicking on each of the subtopics on the right side, and let us figure out if we have something over here. So basically what CBSE had done is they have merged external websites of all the topics to Diksha, so that you don't have to search for a particular topic. But ironically, I think for not all the chapter it is updated over here, as was shown on the training portal. So basically what they've done is here on this particular portal, whenever you want to click on a particular experiment, it will open up this page called as olabs.edu.in. Let me show you directly. Let me show you directly. So olabs.edu.in has got a direct link with Diksha. and we should be able to see the experiments over here. Probably only for grade 9 and 10 it has been done, if I'm not wrong. So if you go click, okay, I understood, now I understand. Okay, now I understand. So here we go, I'll show you this. And great, so यहाँ पे so there are certain activities which are done over here, but from grade 9 onwards. For grade in 6, 7, 8 and all, they have come up with the other subjects as well. So that's the reason there was a confusion over here. When you come to O labs over here, so any subject, let's open. We have got for physics, chemistry, biology, maths, language, all these subjects. The moment I click on, say, science, and when I come down, you can see that class 8 is present, class 7 is present. Oh, that's updated right now. Class 6 is present, and class 9 to 12, class 9 to 12, I think I've got the physics, chemistry, biology. I click on physics, and you can see that I'll come down. I've got an experiment on class 9. Okay, class 9 over here. Then class 10, then class 11, and then class 12. So the main purpose of this particular thing was representation of a proper record or a record notebook on a virtual world. If I click on Ohm's law and resistance, just for an example, you can see that we have got the complete theory present over here. Then we have got the procedure, materials required, real lab procedure, the simulator procedure, and right after that we have got the animation. Under animation, you've got the video in which it represents how the connections have to be done. Quickly, I'm playing this for a very short duration. Same thing that's present over there in the Diksha portal.
And hence to determine its resistivity. To do the experiment with voltmeter,
They talk about the materials required, the labeling of them in the form of a video. But what's really interesting is right after this video gets over, right after this video, you have this something called a simulator. Now this is where the virtual lab actually comes into action. Under simulator, we can, as a student, perform an experiment. I can probably, just for example, let's try with this. I can just connect the wires by clicking them. I just connected from one terminal to another terminal. Come on. Okay, I do this. I connect it like this. Probably this and this, and it's done. Voltmeter I need to connect in parallel, so I'm shorting it. And the moment I put the key over here, I think this is called as a Wheatstone's bridge, if I'm not wrong. Am I right? Right? Okay, I drop it over here, and you can see there is a reading on the ammeter and the voltmeter. I can expand, I can move the rheostat left and right, which will give an essence of increase or decrease in the resistance, thus showing us the difference in the current and the voltage. So this is with respect to an experiment that you can perform. Now, once that part is done, we can go to the video aspect of it, and a real video of somebody performing this experiment is also seen over here. Now, this whole setup is embedded on Diksha portal, so you don't have to come over here every time. But the catch over here is the difficulty that I was finding right now during the presentation is unless and until a teacher knows where that experiment is present on Diksha portal, it'll be kind of little difficult to spot it, I think. Maybe they'll come up with a mechanism, but I was finding it little difficult during the session right now. So I directly opened this website called as O Labs. And O Labs is quite interesting because it's getting updated regularly. Earlier, they did not have the content from grade 6 to 8. It's gradually added. Earlier, they did not have the content for Hindi actually, but now I think that is also added. You can see for Sankhya and Visheshan ke Prakar and all these things. And again, when I come back to Sanskrit, you have got the activities. For English as well, you've got the activities. English, I think it's present for 4th and 5th standard as well. So it's about the content getting updated regularly on this particular platform. And this is by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. I hope everybody got an essence of what O Labs is all about, teachers. So I would request everyone to please come check it out, look at the experiments and start performing them. OLAPs could also be a tool for a teacher to learn something from that. It's not just like I'm teaching this to the students. There are a lot of misconceptions that even a teacher could carry while performing an experiment. Well, OLAPs is just one of them. There could be many others as well. Some people use this particular website, which I'm going to show you right now, in an immense exploitation manner. I think some of you might know that. uh, do you know this platform called as Phet teaches Phet simulation? Phet simulation is also completely open source, and there are some Phet simulations also embedded in various websites. Yes, it's similar to Smartboard. You're absolutely correct. But Phet simulation I really like because here the students can perform better. Amrita OLAPS is very much pertaining to what exactly is present in our NCRT books, right? That is a major agenda of it. But FET is more from the perspective of learning, and they have a scope of expanding it. And let me show you one experiment. So here you have got simulations for science and maths majorly. For all the other subject teachers also, I would like to tell you something. Science and maths are two subjects that could be experienced, or that needs to be experienced better in comparison to languages and social science. That's the reason you've got more experiments over here. The reasoning part is very strong. So English and social is more from opinion perspectives, perception perspectives. I mean, like, everybody can have their own, except for grammar, except for some rules of the politics out there. How is the civics actually work? What is the hierarchy of a politician? Is MP greater or bigger than MLA? So these are some of the rules. So wherever there is a rule present out there, or wherever there is a strong reasoning required, that's the place where simulation can actually, or virtual labs can actually work. That's why we will find more of content and resources for maths and science, comparatively less for English or language and social. Well, it's not mandatory. If at all there is anyone out there interested to develop more content on languages and social sciences, we could do that. We could do that. Let me come down and show you one experiment that I can easily relate to. Projectile motion is a good one. For example, charges and field. This is a very good activity. And in fact, even after completing my engineering, when I happened to come across Phet, only then I realized this is how the charges actually work. And it's quite fascinating that whatever misconception a teacher or a student would have right in the beginning, this particular experience of understanding something that you cannot experience, like charge. Can you experience charge? Let's see this. So here in this case, okay, I drag and drop the positive charge. And the moment I drag and drop the positive charge, you can see that the arrow marks are moving in all directions away from the positive charge. Now I'm taking the negative charge and placing it somewhere over here. See, now you can see that the positive charge, the arrow marks are going outside, and they are getting into the negative charge. And this is exactly the representation of a magnet on the NCRT books. Right now, I can increase the positive charge, and you can see that the change in that red color, and the way the charges are moving away. And I similarly can increase the negative charge, and you can see the curve that's going towards that side. So this is something really I can close on the electric field. I can have the electric field. I can see remove the directions part. I can even have the values. So for that I can use a sensor. Now you can keep the sensor over here. You can see that at this particular distance. So at this particular distance, the length of the red color arrow is the affinity of attraction. Now the closer I go, look at the amount of attraction that's directly related to the length of that particular line segment. The closest I go, it's the strongest. I'm able to feel that. So this is how we can experience charges. You've got the measuring tape over there. I can expand it. I can talk about the voltage over there. The difference should be zero exactly at the central part. But in each of these cases, you can see the. So let me just, this is 340 or 450, 600. Here also there's some, oh, it's nearly, so I need to increase this to make it uniform. Correct. Now we are somewhere close, I guess. Yes, we are. So this is how I can, play around with this. So this is Phet. Phet is something that, you should try. And Phet is also having for, the biology part, the chemistry part. Let me just go back to all simulations once more. And for the first time, the experience of how the circulatory system in a heart works was really felt by me on Phet platform. So Phet platform, even for geography you can use it. There are some experiments where they talk about low tides and high tides. Building a molecule is again another tedious topic to be explained to the students, right from talking about the valency of the whole element out there, why this is getting attracted there, all these things can come up to a good savior. So O labs is more from the perspective of experiments that can be done in the science lab, which is like happening right now in the school. In case if you're not able to access the science lab in a school, you can do it at home. But Phet is more from the perspective of you can do experiments even which you cannot, do it in the lab. For example, the charges over here. So you can feel how each and everything works. I hope everyone is getting the context of what exactly virtual labs could be, teachers. Yeah. So this is with respect to Phet. Yeah. So now I would like to show you another one after Phet. This famous platform called as I think that's Biomania. I would like to show you over here. Here it is. I'll open this. This was specifically done by some students, Bioman, called as the people who are interested in biology. They can actually come to bioman.bio.com, and here you can see that you can see body systems. If I click on body system, this is full of advertisements actually. That's the only disturbing thing. But you can click on any particular topic and you can perform an activity. For example, I'm talking about a respiratory journey, respiratory system. I click on begin a new game. The moment I click on begin a new game, it says the journey of gases, the oxygen, the way it goes inside. Yeah. So let's click on the journey of gases. It says that the respiratory and circulatory systems work together to maintain homeostasis of gases in the body. Specifically, they make it possible for your cells to get oxygen and get rid of carbon dioxide waste. Let's click on next. I click on next again. And now you can see that after passing through the pharynx, you are now passing through the larynx, the voice box. Tap or click where you want the oxygen to go next. It will follow your finger taps. So when you do it on mobile phone, it's even more interesting. So यहाँ पर you can see that the oxygen is present. I click over here and you can see oxygen coming over here. I click here, the oxygen is coming over here. I click here, the oxygen is coming over here. I can keep dragging it. I can keep dragging it and the whole video will go. And now let us take the oxygen to this particular part. We should do it gradually. And the oxygen, the bronchi branches. So it says the bronchioles are getting smaller and smaller. Let's shrink your oxygen molecule so it can get through these small passageways on your way to alveolus. So now we go over here. I take it to the alveolus, and let's look at the so now end at alveolar, tiny air sacs where gas exchange takes place. Tap on alveolus to zoom in now. Okay, I'll tap on this, and now you can see that this is how the animation is happening. So capillary transporting blood from the right side of the heart toward the left atrium of the heart, and you can see the oxygen alveolus present over here. And this is where the gas gets synchronized with the blood, or mixed with the blood. I think I clicked on the advertisement. Yes, I did. I have to click on next. Notice the high concentration of oxygen in your alveolus due to breathing in. So this is somewhere I really found very fascinating for a student to understand the minutest detail of this particular thing. Please tell about language virtual link. Okay, that's great. So this particular session on the blood, the oxygen getting into the system can be experienced without much of an imagination. Well, if a teacher is capable enough, and they are mostly, I mean, my teacher was splendid. If they're able to explain that with their own imaginary creations, it's great. But if not, I think the child can get experienced over here as well. It could be more like an activity given during the holidays. So this is called as biomanbio.com. Let me just directly copy this and paste it on the Zoom link. And oh, Malvika ma'am, you're sweet. Thank you so much. And she's been helping me every Sunday. Whenever I talk about any link, Malvika will be there to put it on the top. Let's go to the next platform. Now, next platform is not so much used by the regular subject teachers, but let me show you. Now, this is called as Tinkercad.com. Now, Tinkercad.com is again another fabulous place. Arvind Kumar sir, I think for geography you can go with Google Earth. Google Earth is also having this virtual reality experience of going to a particular place. Let's see if we have time to access Google Earth separately. But I would also prefer to use arts and culture. Tinkercad.com. I'm opening it. Let me close some of the other websites one by one. And I would also show you something on the mobile phone. Yeah, this is how Tinkercad looks like. And let's close Diksha portal. And even bioman is not required right now, but Tinkercad, here it is. Click on Tinker. So you need to log in over here for the first time. Without logging in, it still works, but if you log in, we can actually save whatever we are making over here. So under Tinker, you can actually have your own 3D design. You can even make your own car. You can make your own aeroplane at a very small level. And the best part of Tinkercad is this can be connected to a 3D printer also. So if there is a teacher, Nisha ma'am, and you have a 3D printer in your school, and you are good at making keychains or something very small, you can make it on your system using Tinkercad, and you can print it out. How about that? So it's like you make your own keychains, something like that, with your name uh, imprinted on it with a different color or something like that. So that's under 3D design. Circuits is quite interesting for the people, especially the physics and the science area, where you want to talk about the series connection, the parallel connection, rather than actually showing the students on the board by drawing them. You can actually make the circuit over here. I'll show you. Similarly, we have code blocks for programming. SimLab is for simulations to happen. Simulations to happen. I'll show you if that's open out there. No, it's not open. Okay, let's try that. So here we go. I click on circuits for that matter. So the moment I click on circuit, you can see that I've got, this is where it is. So you can connect the LEDs. Okay, you can connect the battery over here. So you just have to, use your mouse to connect the wires, and that's the switch out there. And the moment you click on the switch, you can see the LEDs glowing. So this is simple designing electronics. Similarly, if you want to design and like using a microcontroller called as Arduino microbit, if there are computer science teachers out there, or a robotics trainer out there, they can understand this even better. So in this way, you just have to drag and drop like the way they are doing it right now, and you just have to modify the connections. You can change or increase or decrease the resistance. So for a student of 10th standard or 12th standard who are learning about all these electronic things, don't you think Tinkercad could be a good platform for experiencing current? Yeah, Phet, Tinkercad, OLabs all contribute to it, but Tinkercad, you can experience this in reality. That means you can pull it out. You can even make an experiment online. How about somebody thinks that I want to connect 415 volt, that much of power to a simple fan. I do not know. Have you ever thought about it? Like sometimes, as a child, when they are learning the concepts of current and voltage, they might want to know what would happen if I use a very high powered or very high voltage connection to a simple device. It'll blast, or what will happen? I do not know. It'll blast or not. So this particular aspect of experimenting things cannot be done in reality, but it can be done on Tinkercad. So this is an amazing platform. Let's go back to the SimLab as well. I want to show you SimLab. It's a new addition to the Tinkercad. SimLab is about creating objects. You can see that you can create these things, and the students can perform an activity out there. Sometimes you might want to know, like if we have a ball dropped from the top over a slider. If the slide is straight, will the ball go fast? Or if the slide is curved, will the ball go fast? Something like that. So all these experiments can be done on Phet as well. There also you have got a feature even on Tinkercad. Tinkercad meaning you can play with the dominoes, create things, and the simulation will work only when your design is correct. Otherwise, it will not work. So this is with respect to Tinkercad. So we have so far discussed a little bit about OLabs, a little bit about Phet, a little bit about Bioman Bio, and then finally, fourth, we are discussing about Tinkercad. If I continue on the same stretch, there'll be a lot of other websites, including Google Earth. On Google Earth, we can actually go on a virtual field trip for to understand the locations, the topographical influences. For example, if it's a plain, if it's a plateau, you can understand the height of a certain mountain. Not in India, actually, Google Earth does not allow that, but yes, you can experience that as well. But now, right after this, I would like to cut short the discussion with the desktop versions. I would like to share my screen on the mobile phone and show you some very good apps on which you can perform some experiments. For that, I would request you to just give me a moment. I would like to mute and turn off my video and share my mobile screen. I need exactly 30 seconds. Please, can you show 3D design with initial keychain? Nisha ma'am will do that in some other session. Considering a Super Sunday workshop to be, a shorter version, I'm not able to really spend time on that. Just give me 1 minute, teachers, 30 seconds. I'm back, teachers. Now you will be able to see my screen, mobile screen, on the system, and I hope everyone is able to hear me. Okay, yeah, here it is. Share the screen. No, you're not able to see, right? Yes, it's not allowing me to share. Some apps actually do not allow the duplication to happen. Hence, this problem could be there, but we can override that. And after overriding it, we can have the display. Perfect. Now you're able to see the system, if I'm not wrong. Yes. So I would like to show you something really nice. There are a lot of applications, first of all, but we'll get into one or two of them right now. One such app that I really liked for chemistry is there is this app called as Beaker, Beaker. The moment I click on Beaker, I think you're able to see the screen right now. Okay, and you can see that the moment I click on the top circle, I'll come back again once more. I'll open Beaker app, and you can see that these are the liquids that we have. I've got H2O, say for example water. Now here in this case, suppose if I want to have water in my beaker. So this particular mobile phone that we are holding in my hand, let me show you my video as well. HD cam, and it's going to be like this. So this mobile phone is going to become more like a beaker, something like this. So H2O, I click on it, and you can see that the water is getting dropped, and you can see that my beaker is getting filled up. I hope you're able to understand this. I'm pressing it. Without pressing, the water will not fill up. Now once I leave it, so my beaker is full. Not full, I mean my phone. So now when I tilt it, you can see that my phone is getting tilted, and so is the water over there. So it's like that. So whenever I want to put some chemicals over here and I shake it, so literally it'll be as if you're mixing it. So this is one fantastic app that people have made. Now suppose if I want to add some let's do some masti. How about adding sodium? Sodium is very reactive, highly reactive, right? Let's try that. So I'm going to find sodium. It'll be written in an alphabetical order, and you can see you've got everything. Calcium, you've got, okay, what did I click on? Yeah, you've got the iron out there, iron sulfate out there. I've got the potassium. Potassium is also, I've got the sodium. On the top right corner, you can see the sodium. Teachers, all the people who are asking for the referral code is the suppose if one of the teachers have told about the Super Sunday workshop to you, that means they have referred you. So you mention their name and the last three digits of their phone number. That is going to be the referral code. So if I am referring you, you need to put my name, Vasudevan, then last my 568. My phone number's last three digits is 568. Anyways, so Monica ma'am, it's there in the reflection form. If you're not getting it, message me on WhatsApp. So now I'm putting sodium. Look at this. I can just click on it and you can see that. I think you're able to see this. So sodium is really reactive, and look at the way. Now, whenever I tilt it, this is surprising. You can see that the sodium never wanted to be there in water, and it jumps away from it, as if it's some other living organism, and it knows about it. This was not observed before, and I showed this to some computer science teachers. Sorry, some science teachers. They were also like, yeah, this is pretty nice. Let's try putting the potassium as well, very highly reactive, and you can see the reaction that's coming out there. And the best part is they even come up with the chemical reaction out there. Nice, right? So this is something that I really love about beaker. And I can even add a burner. If I add a burner at the bottom, you can see that the water starts boiling. Well, I'm sharing the screen right now. I'm not able to show you how it actually looks like. But otherwise you can see the burner at the bottom, and it's actually bursting little by little. Yeah. uh Bharati Nagesh ma'am, it'll be okay, BHA 590 or Bharati 590, something like that. Let's go with one more. How about lid? So I put the lid on the top. I think now you can see the lid, and now we shake it. That could also be done. Now, something interesting. Suppose if Pranita ma'am is having another phone with Beaker app installed, I can actually pour the liquid from my phone to her phone. So that is also possible. So all these things are something related to Beaker as an app. I would request you to please try using Beaker. It's a fantastic mobile application. Finally, coming to the last part of one more app. So 3D Bear that's present over here. I'm not going to show this to you. This is just appearing, so I'm just showing you. This is an augmented reality app, and you can actually have the camera turned on. You can have a lot of things. So we'll talk about this during the augmented reality discussion, but not right now. I'm i'm just closing this, and in the meanwhile, let us go with the last app, and that's going to be called as, you will know this, ePathshala AR. I think you know this, right? So ePathshala AR is an interesting platform where you can perform an experiment. So here in this case, I would like to select, say, class. What book do I have? I have 10th right now. I have select subject, say, it's not updated yet, but it is actually updated. I did not update it. Nisha ma'am, I think it's present on iPhone as well. I need to check. I'm not sure about it. I select chapter number 6, and chapter number 6 kahan hai? Life processes 93. And now I select the topic figure 6.1. Now when we go to page number 93, I'm actually opening my NCRT book, and once done, they have got figure 6.1. Great. I hope it works, because so allow while using this app. Okay. I think you are able to hear the audio. No, you're not able to. But there is an audio actually coming at the back. So you can see that. So I'm just moving it away again. So there is cross section of a leaf. See, that is the actual picture. But the moment I scan that particular picture, you can see the cross section of a leaf. And I keep tapping on it. You can see that I'm able to perform that experiment over here. And every time I keep following the instruction, there is an audio coming at the back, which I'm not able to share for certain reason. I do not know. I keep tapping on it, and you can see that as per the instruction, I get into the details of it. Just one picture. Look at the detailing that we are able to do with this. I'll just come back again, and I'll show in all the angles. We can look into the cross section of a leaf. Okay, biology could have been very interesting if this was there in our school times, something like that. Well, we can even perform experiments on this. I'll just close this. This is called as ePathshala AR. So in this manner, we've got all the experiments coming out there, and we can do it on, virtual reality. We can do it on augmented reality. We can do it on simulations, and some of the applications that I spoke about will not be present in CIET. For example, Beaker will not be present. Phet will not be present. Tinkercad will not be present. Google Earth will not be present. But my point over here is, I would request all the teachers and the school leaders out there, use chat gpt kind of tools, and ask chat gpt like, what are the places from where I can learn simulations need not be only from the perspective of teaching the students on a certain topic or a concept. It could be also from the perspective of learning a skill. How about there is a simulator on becoming a great leader. I'll try that. If you have time, you can be here. Otherwise, the session is kind of over. I would like to show you that simulation, crazy games simulation. I'll just try and show you if it's there, present over there. Huh, here we are. So let me, okay. So how to become a startup owner, how to run a school, what are the things that you're supposed to do in order to expand your business, whatnot. Ari, they've done a very good job. So this is coming under that simulation games. Okay, let me. Uh, I'm just sharing my screen now. You can see that this is that website called as crazygames.com, and you should not be surprised if your children know about it, because they already know about it. So for example, I searched for startup. I can see a game on startup. How does it actually happen? Suppose if I want to make a startup on something related to a food, so make maybe something like Swiggy or Zomato. Now, how what is the process of starting it? So it gives you complete insight on how it is supposed to be done. Or else if you want to run a supermarket, run your own supermarket. It's like, click on play. So it's like startup incorporation. The sales office is present. Let's buy our first co-working space. Okay, tap on this programmer to initiate the startup idea. So this guy over here, so he's generating an idea. So somewhere subconsciously, we are telling the children that you need to have an idea to have a startup. So our first startup is a food delivery app. Tap on this engineer to move the server up. So it's like, lastly, tap on the worker to transfer the product to our sales office. So this guy. Well, I'm not explaining in detail. Okay. So this is how you can keep, topping. And see, this is hypermarket details. Even for schools, I found some very good simulation games out there. See. Oh, see, escaping a school is also a good, very good game, actually. I tried that. Well, it's just about figuring out the right tool, right simulator out there, and then just trying to exploit it. To learn a car, to fly an aeroplane. End of the day, it's all about simulations, which could be categorized under this concept of virtual labs. So that's it from my side for today's session. A simple technology session. Mainly, this topic was addressed today because many schools out there came up with this fantastic idea on can we have some good project work to be given to the students during this puja holidays. I felt virtual experiments could be a good one. Coincidentally, even CBC was talking about it, so I thought, why not talk about it? Yeah. So that's it from my side, teachers. Let's close for the day. Thank you so much for being there patiently, and too much of technology today for sure. I would request everybody to please look into this aspect of virtual labs, start applying it, talk about it today itself, so that you remember this for the longest of times. And in case if anybody has any query on certain app that I was talking about, please message me personally. I'll take some time to reply, but I will definitely reply. Mala Devi ma'am, the next Sunday link, you will be getting it to your phone number and your mail ID, mostly mail ID. If not, you can join the Telegram group, which will be present in the reflection form. If not over there, you can also get into Super Teacher website. I'll show that to you. Show that to you. For that, I need to go over here. Okay, let me check. Okay, so that I can close this and it worked properly over here like this. Perfect. And now I would like to share my screen. And now I would like to go to superteacher.in website. And on superteacher.in, you'll be able to see the upcoming events category. The moment we click on upcoming events, you can see that whatever event is going to come in the future, it could be virtual lab or it could be a training program that's going to start eventually. So you can check that over here. So virtual labs was today. You can see this. Within another 2 or 3 days, maximum by Wednesday, this will get updated with the next week's topic, and you can experience it. Yeah. So this is upcoming week's session. You can find it over here. I would again repeat something. With respect to the teacher referral code, there have been many teachers who have been forwarding the link of Super Sunday workshop to many other people, because of which everybody is getting benefited. The person who's doing this work, we would like to recognize them and thank them by recognizing their efforts by providing them a special certificate of appreciation for being an education ambassador in impacting the educators across the education fraternity. So that certificate is going to be present, calculated based on 3 Sundays. If today using someone's code, if somebody joined, that's called as the code. Next time it will be written as teacher referral code properly. If you've joined with somebody's code, we will count the number of codes that are present. If it crosses 50 in 3 weeks time, so probably today Meghna ma'am would have got say 15 or 20 people. Again in the next Sunday, another 10-15 people. Again in the next Sunday, she has got some 10 more people. So she has got 50 more new people through her. It should be, the only catch is new people. So every Sunday, new people will be able to cross verify with the existing data. If you're able to do that, in that case, we'll provide the certificate of appreciation for that particular person, thanking them with all gratitude. Yeah. So Chaya Kumari ma'am, teacher referral code is the code which is going to be the code given to you by the teacher who referred you to come here. So if say for example Ketki ma'am referred you, so the code is going to be Ketki, and right after Ketki, the last 3 digit of her phone number. Say for example 123. So Ketki 123 is going to be the code, something like that. I hope everybody got an idea what I'm talking about. Great. So that's it from my side, teachers. It was great interacting on another Sunday. I hope this was beneficial as well. I'm really sorry to do this during the puja vacations, but I would humbly request everyone to take time. It's not necessary for you to participate during the Zoom session. It could also be on the YouTube, because this is getting recorded on the YouTube as well. But before 6 o'clock, try to complete the reflection form so that I'll be able to certify the people who have joined. Chalo. Thank you so much. I'm going to close it for the day. Jai Hind. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Romana ma'am. Thank you. It's actually for English social as well, but considering the time, I was not really able to focus on the other subjects. I'm really sorry on that, but you just search for it. Thank you, Richa ma'am. Thank you, Sushma ma'am. Saleha ma'am. I'm seeing your name after a long time. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you're good. Thank you, Sirisha ma'am. Thank you, Himlata ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. The reflection form. Yes, Saleha ma'am. You are attending regularly, but after a long time, I'm seeing you on the chat. Maybe missed it last time. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. If there is any question, you can put it on the chat. I missed a lot of chat before. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Meghna ma'am, thank you so much. Sophia ma'am, the number is there on the reflection form. Try getting it from there, ma'am. Otherwise, okay. You're not there in the meeting now. Thank you. Great. Not really required, Kalyani ma'am. If you write it, that person gets some sort of an appreciation. That's it. If you have attended this by yourself and nobody told you, you can directly ignore that column. It's not a compulsory column. That's completely fine. Manjit Kaur ma'am, please save my number. Please be part of the Telegram group, or else save my number. I always and message me. I'll save your number as well. You can see my WhatsApp status. Thursday and Saturday, I put the status, and you can register. Ishrat ma'am, some apps for the little one. There is this nice app on augmented reality called as AR Loop. That's quite interesting. abcya.com. abcya.com is a good website for children. I mean, if you're talking about the little ones who are like pre-primary grade one students, I think ABCY is a good one. Then PSB Learning karke a very good platform is there. That's not a simulator, but yeah. Xiaomi, I do not know your name, but yes, you can get the recording. It's present on YouTube. Oh, that's great, Amar Kumar sir. That's great. Right. Fantastic, Sai Jyoti. That's great. Political science ke liye, there is this thing called as Investopedia. I got from Investopedia was good for economics and political science, if I'm not wrong. I think so. Great. Suppose if you do not have a referral code, probably the other teachers who are referring people can give your code in more like an advertisement perspective, so that you are able to impact 50 people. That's okay. That's okay. No problem. No problem. We'll check out. Great. Great. Let's close for the day today and meet you again in the next Super Sunday workshop with another super topic. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good day and all the best for the upcoming week. Holidays, right? So, yeah, enjoy. Manjit got it, ma'am. It'll be there on YouTube. Asha, ma'am, please mail it. If you're there, if attend it, please mail it to connect@superteacher.in. Yes. Shraddha, ma'am, I'm sorry. What is your question? I missed it. I haven't typed it in. That's okay. You can ignore the this thing, referral code. Oh, you did not receive any response. So Asha ma'am, then write an email to me, vasudevan@superteacher.in. Let me see. You will get the response by tomorrow maximum. Thank you. Oh, Sundaresan sir, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah. Chalo. Bye everyone. I'll see you again on the next Super Sunday workshop with another good topic. Yeah. Happy holidays.